Assalamu alaikum, my dear students of morning shift and day shift of class 9. How are you? Hope all of you are well by the blessing of Almighty Allah. Welcome to our online platform NIEVS Home School. This is Muhammad Abul Kalam, assistant teacher of National Ideal English Version School. Dear learners, today I am going to conduct a physical education class for the students of class 9. Let's see our today's topic. It is chapter 4, lesson 3 and 4 reading plus discussion. I am telling our today's topic is chapter 4, lesson 3 and 4 reading plus discussion. Dear students, look here, this is our lecture number 7 on our half yearly 2021 syllabus. So let's start with reading lesson 3. Okay, it is page number 38. I hope you have opened your physical education, health science and sports books, this book. Okay, page number 38. Okay, look, lesson 3 at first. Common health problems and remedies. Disease or sickness is part of life. None can live without any disease in life, but one can avoid and prevent disease. Common health problems leads to sickness. Therefore, in order to keep oneself free from disease, one should know about the nature of a disease, its germs and how the disease spreads. Causes of disease. Here we will read what are the causes of disease. Various types of germs causes various disease. We come into contact with a lot of germs of different disease every day. The germs enter into our body in many ways. When the immunity of bodies decreases, the body can't fight against germ attacks and it becomes sick. Next, on the other hand, germs cannot easily attack the person whose body is strong and stout remains healthy. Next point, nature of disease or diseases. There are some diseases that infect our other nearby people. Such diseases are called communicable disease. That means it can transmit easily. Apart from human body, disease can be transmitted through other subjects like water, food, air, etc. Some communicable disease causing health problems are cough and cold, eye infection, diarrhea, influenza, whooping cough, diphtheria, measles, pox, malaria, tuberculosis, typhoid and jaundice. Diseases that are not transmitted from one person to another are called non-communicable disease. For example, cancer, high blood pressure, diabetics, etc. are some non-communicable disease. Next, common health problems. We have so many health problems in our country. Despite control in pox and malaria, the outbreak of cholera, typhoid, dysentery and many other stomach diseases has spread widely. Malnutrition, that means lackings of nutrition, lack of safe water, health issues, homelessness, shortage of doctors, unavailability of medicine, high mortality rate of mothers and infants and unawareness of personal health care, etc. have made common health problems more complicated. And now we will go to page number 39. So to look here, remedies for common health problems. That means what are the remedies or what are the precautions should be taken for common health problems. Self-awareness plays the most important role in preventing diseases. We should always be careful so that germs of disease cannot be communicated. We should take all possible measures of personal health care to keep our body free from diseases. Our immune system becomes stronger when our body is healthy and strong. We must know the ways of preventing each and every disease if we have to prevent communications of germs. There are specific ways to prevent specific disease, but some common measures can help us to prevent spread of most of the disease. They are: number 1, vaccination. Children and adults should take vaccines for those diseases which can be prevented by the vaccines. Diseases that can be prevented through vaccines in our country are pox, typhoid, tuberculosis, influenza, polio, diphtheria, whooping cough, tetanus, measles and hepatitis, etc. Number 2, personal cleanliness. We should always maintain cleanliness of our own body, clothes, furniture, kitchens, utensils, crockeries, living places, bathrooms and surroundings. Number 2, habit of washing hands with soap. We should wash our hands with soap every time after using toilet, before cooking and serving food, before taking food, after nursing sick people, after cleaning stool and urine of children, and each time after returning from outside. Next point, cooking, preserving and serving food. We should take care in cooking and the preservation and service of food. It is very essential for us to prepare food in a healthy way, to be careful about food preservation and to cover food all the time. Point number 5, pest and insect. We should consider issues of remaining careful about pest and insect attacks, drinking safe and washing with its etc. as remedies for common health problems. Usually the spread of diseases takes place due to our ignorance and carelessness about health, which causes many deaths in our country every year. Last point, it is awareness building to prevent diseases. We should build extensive public awareness about prevention of disease. So public awareness can be raised by means radio, television, poster, cinema, newspaper, public speech, etc. Now dear students, we will go to page number 41 to have lesson 4. This page number 41 to have lesson 4. Students' health service and health cards. People who go to educational institutions to gain knowledge are known as students. Students stay at school from 6 to 16 years. They have to stay at school for 7 to 8 hours a day, 6 days a week and 7 or 8 months a year. The time of their stay at school is highly important for them to grow as good citizens of the country. School should give special attention to the health of the students for their all-round development. If furniture, teaching materials, etc. are congenial for students' health, their body and mind will develop properly. School is the best place for mental development and building moral character. Students acquire good qualities under the guidance of an ideal teacher. Similarly, for all-round physical development, good environment, clean school building, pure water, nutritious midday school meal, healthy sanitation system, classroom with sufficient light and ventilation, open playground and gardens is called healthful school. Following areas should be emphasized the better health service of students. So look, following points. Number A, school building. School building should be located in such an open place where light and air can enter from all sides and where people can move easily. B number, playground. Student life without games cannot be imagined. There should be a playground adjacent to school so that students can participate in various games and sports throughout the year. C, healthful sanitation system. There should be arrangement for healthful sanitation little away from school building, and there should be sufficient supply of water. Number D, pure water supply. The supply of pure water is one of the components of health services. In towns, people should boil supplied water before they drink it. In village, the water of deep tube wells is pure and people can drink it directly. Water from any other source like ponds, rivers, etc. should be boiled before drinking. Next, classroom and furniture. Necessary steps should be taken so that classrooms and furniture are not unhealthy. Now we will go to next page, page number 42. It is F number point, school health program. School health programs is a very important issue to ensure health service for students. Students are attacked by various diseases in summer, rainy season and winter. Precautions in this respect helps to keep away from this seasonal disease. Students can remain free from common disease through participation in school's health programs. Salient or much features of school health programs are as below. 2. Regular medical examination of students. Every school should have a systematic medical examination of students, first aid facilities and helpful school environment. A doctor can work as an inspector of this program. Under the supervision of civil surgeon of each district, health inspector can examine students' health and advise treatment for different diseases. School authority will help the school's inspector with all possible assistance. The health inspector will examine age, weight, blood group, blood pressure, pulse rate, physical structure, etc., eyes, teeth, heart, lungs, etc. of each student and record them in a card. This is called student health card. Next number point, it is health service center. Where there is no school health programs, a general teacher should be given training on health service to solve common health problems. If a student is seriously sick, they can be sent to the nearest health service in center or be admitted to hospital. At present, one can get health service from the Union Health and Family Welfare Center, Upojala Complex District Sadar Hospital or a specialist hospital. Our last number point, it is student's health card. A student or a health card is a thick paper with health related information printed on it. The health card will carry the following information. Dear students, today we have learned from chapter 4 lesson 3 and 4. So it is seen that from chapter 4 we have only one lesson is left. Inshallah, in our next class we shall read this, and with this chapter 4 finishing one lesson, it will be completed. Dear students,